Hey y'all, this is Daniel and welcome to the new series here on my YouTube channel. Pretty much this is going to be called Dropping Some Knowledge. And when I say dropping some knowledge, basically whenever there's some trade news, any injuries, any like big moments and anything, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to give you the information, I'm going to give you my opinion on the situation. So, what better way to start with this new series than talking about the NBA season since it's about to start? I want to talk about the off season, all the trades that happen, all the signings that happen, and pretty much all the draft selections too. So my first winners are the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's very simple. They got a lot of picks. They got over 17 total picks in the next 2 or 3 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty insane. And they're basically in a rebuild now, so their own pick is going to be nice. So they're gonna be nice in the future. They're definitely winners for that. They blew the team up, but they still got Shea Gilgeous Alexander, so they got a building block. Second team I want to mention as another winner this offseason, I gotta give it to the Atlanta Hawks, man. Trey Young, Ice Street finally got pieces around him. You got Bogdan Bogdanovic, or my bad, Bojan Bogdanovic. My bad. It was Bogdan all along. You got Bogdan Bogdanovic, Rajon Rondo, Chris Dunn. You get people like Onyeka Okongwu, Danilo Gallinari. Those are some solid pieces, especially in the Eastern Conference, which is not as tough as in the West. In my opinion, these are enough pieces to get the Hawks into the playoffs. So they're definitely winners for that. Another team that I think is the winners this offseason, the Milwaukee Bucks. How about if I tell you that they added one of the best two-way players in the whole league in Drew Holiday, who can give you some buckets, he can facilitate the ball, and he can play defense. You get bench depth like Bryn Forbes. You get people like Bobby Portis, more shooters. You get another person like DJ Augustine, another shooter. You're just giving Giannis more shooters. And if you want it, you can put Bobby Portis at the 4 and then put Giannis at the 5 if you want to get crazy. Another winners on this offseason, you got the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks pretty much drafted Obi Toppin, who's going to be a stud this season. He's going to average at least 15 points per game, and he's going to be a highlight film for the Knicks. Someone that'll get people to actually tune into the games. Not only that, but we maintained some of our cap space. We gave a lot of players 1 year deals, and we managed to flip a lot of players and assets for more assets. So we got a lot of incoming picks in the near future, thanks to the trades we done this offseason. The Lakers. How can you forget about the Lakers? The defending champs added Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Wesley Matthews, Marc Gasol. Do I need to say more? Because we've learned with the Clippers last season that they had a lot of talent, but they actually wasn't the best chemistry. Oh, they didn't have the best chemistry. My bad for saying that. But I think the Lakers might be it, though. I think it might be a clean sweep. You got the Philadelphia Sixers. They're not the biggest winners because they technically made their team worse talent wise, but they made a better fit for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. You added Seth Curry and Danny Green, more shooters to the squad. Are you kidding me? Like that's solid. That's all you needed. Tobias Harris will now play as a power forward. And when you think about it, there's two things. Tobias Harris played his best season in the Clippers under Doc Rivers, and Doc Rivers is a coach now, and he played the 4 for Doc Rivers and the Clippers. That's all you need to know. What else? We got the Hornets. Drafting LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward, that's enough for me to say that's a W. The Trailblazers. Man, these Trailblazers are crazy, man. They were able to keep Carmelo and Rodney Hood, and they brought in Robert Covington from the Rockets. Now, I feel like they're gonna do small ball and put Covington at the 4, and I guess you should put Rodney Hood at the 3. But I would actually go for like Covington at the 3 to guard like LeBron, Kawhi, Paul George, like all the star-studded wings that you got in the West. But we'll see what they do. That's a nice solid pickup for them. Now, let's go really quickly with the losers of this offseason. First thing I want to mention is the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings, my God, man. You guys had Buddy Hield being annoyed the whole time because he wanted to leave. He didn't like the situation. You guys had one job. Let's re-sign Bojan Bogdanovic. You didn't do that. And you still got Buddy Hield upset. So what are you doing? I do like the Hassan Whiteside acquisition because it's going to be the best like center that the Aaron Fox has played with. Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he played with DeMarcus Cousins. So that's a big L for them. The Boston Celtics, they lost They they lost Gordon Hayward, bro. I don't know how to feel about that because he is very talented, and he added a different like dynamic and depth to the Celtics that they don't have now because now they only have one solid bench contributor, in my opinion, Marcus Smart. Because if you play Daniel Tice as a backup, because they just signed Tristan Thompson, which if you're paying that money, I'm assuming they're gonna start him, and he's underrated, so he's gonna be a good fit for them. They got Jeff Teague too, who's a little old, but all you need him to do is a backup. But I don't know. I feel like the pieces they got for what they had beforehand is not as good. We got the Denver Nuggets. The only reason I'm bringing up the Denver Nuggets is because they pretty much only signed Michael Green and drafted RJ Hampton, which are two decent things. But like in my opinion, they're not going to take you over the top. And they lost some of their depth. Plumlee left. Jeremy Grant left. Man, I don't understand what they were doing with that. Like I like Bobo, so he better be playing for them now. That's all I can say about the moves because I like the team and I support the team, but they need to do another signing or something to get like deeper. You get the Detroit Pistons, they just said, screw it. Why don't we start all over again? And they basically went for it. I like their selection of Killian Hayes. The kid's got potential to be a stud. Look out for the Detroit Pistons in the year. But they signed Plumlee for 25 million and Jaleel Okafor for like 18 million, I think. And they got Dwayne Dedman, but they released them. But they got like 4 or 5 centers and like for no reason with this rookie. They got Jeremy Grant from the Denver Nuggets too, and they pay him 20 million per 3 years, I think. So I hope he can get his buckets because I like him, but I don't know if he gonna be a star in that team. Last team I want to mention as a loser, Toronto Raptors. Because sure, they signed Aaron Baines, really good serviceable center. He's been able to stretch the teams now because he's been able to be a shooter for teams. You lost Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. That was two quality centers. The math don't add up with that, in my opinion. I forget there was one DeAndre Bembry. Never mind. DeAndre Bembry for Toronto. I feel like he'll be a nice fit with them, to be honest. Because in Atlanta he was playing, but he's not the greatest talented player in history, but the kid is a serviceable player. So yeah, that's my opinion. Thank you everyone for tuning in and listening. I hope you guys enjoy and peace out.